Tactical, and today we're going over my duty setup. Most of it is done. Throughout the years, I'm kind of and what I got going on, I'm kind of satisfied where I'm at, and this is just my blueprint for those who get into security, like independent work where you can carry most of this shit. But if more likely, if you were a company, like you would just need this. Like I don't think like companies like actual security companies that like, I don't know, it's weird. The security realm is weird, but this is my setup. So those who don't know, I do security. I do both independent work, and I work federally for a security company. So I kind of know both realms, and I'm gonna try to explain it while I'm doing this stuff. So, you know, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so first thing I want to go over is my belt. This is a Tacticon Gen 1 belt. This is a one belt, this is a one-piece belt, which I could just put it on, take it off. And the reason why I went with this particular belt setup, because when I'm on the federal side of security, I'm on a boat, and most of the time, like, we do night shift, day shift. So once I'm on a boat, I'm on there. Like, I can't get off at all unless my shift ends. So normally I do night shift. So when my relief or my partner comes to do the day shift, you know, we normally have cabins to go to sleep, and instead of me ripping off another belt and, you know, having to align the belt, line the two-stage belt up again, or in some people's case buckle up, you know, do the buckle thing with their belt, I could just take it off, take it on, take it off and put it on. So I really like this belt. This belt really been holding up, because at first I had a two-step belt, which was by Wolf Tactical. So pretty much I have everything I would need as far as me being on the boat. So my belt was really part of me just really being on the boat most of the time, because I do my federal work more than my independent contracts or details. So I'm on the boat more than I'm out on the streets or in a high crime area club. You know, my Blue Marine. That's the company I work for, Blue Marine. So right now, that's my badge. So I had an O-Pass, two mag O-Pass holster, but I went from the joint ones to these. I found these on Amazon. I've been having these on here for about 2 years now. And only thing that ever broke was really this part right here. It broke on this side, but other than that, no problems. And plus, I zip tie everything to my belt. My uncle, how can I say this? So it's my uncle, but my uncle that worked in security has an older brother that was actually a SEAL, and they say he told me that's what he did, and I tried it and it works. So we got that. So what's in them are 2 factory 6-hour mags. I have 124s A&H ammunition. So I do run a comp gun. So 124 A&H ammunition. So we got two of them boys. Now we have to have a fixed knife just in case we have to cut like rope and whatnot. So I do have a fixed knife. This is from a company out on Jesus, I've been using this a lot. But this is a company, I forget the name of the company, but they on Amazon also, and this knife is sharp and heavy. Nice, sharp, robust and heavy. And I can also use this, you know, when I'm doing contract detail, you know, for a secondary, you know, slice a brother up, slice a mother up, you know what I'm saying? Like my up, you hear me? And we also got a flashlight. This is an ultra fire. This is a good flashlight. I think I might need to might have to change my batteries, but I've been using this light for about 3 years. Paid $35 on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? It came with this holster for it, and it can't. So me being uncomfortable sitting down is really non-solid. So I also want to get 2 more of these. Cause the throw on here is crazy. Like when I'm on a boat, like doing my rounds on the boat, and like at night, I can just do that, and the whole from the back to the front is lit up. Like the throw is pretty nice on here. I'm working with an OPAS holster. This is the TX40. Hold on. This is the T40LX. So this is the full size holster that take full size lights, and inside of it I have P320. I've been running this holster since I started security. Ain't nothing bad happened. This is a universal holster also, so you can put any gun in here, any gun with any full size light. It's adjustable here. This part we can go up and down, and then you got this part you could can it, you know. And I got a little Amazon leg retainer on there, on a low ride, on a mid drop adapter. This is a locking mechanism. A lot of people say they would like whenever they seen like the tactical security guys, it was like, man, I don't know, this is janky. Bro, 4 years, nothing happened, and it's still, you know what I'm saying, still doing the stuff. Now I am upgrading this to another OPAS, to their Gen 2, which has the overlay with the red dot cover. So I'm very excited for that, and I'll be using this for the range. So I'll be using this one for my range belt. Originally this was my range belt, but now I'm gonna use the Wolf Tactical as my range belt, and this is my duty belt. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as my belt goes. I am rocking, like I said, N.H ammunition. It is clear. Quick disclaimer: anything I'm doing with when it pertaining to a firearm, I clear it prior, like 80,000 times prior to the video. Even like when I press the button, I make sure. Like, let me make sure again. But this is a 17 round mag with the +3 police pad. So this is 20 rounds, 21. So got more than enough rounds. So these are also N.H 124s. Far as the gun, we got the Pro Cut Slide by Sig, got the Romeo 1. I wanted to do a close emitter, but since the new holster got a overlay for the dot, I'm just leave it on there. We got Strike Industries suppressor, high sights, and KT Craftworks 3-break comp with a Holosun PID, which is very nice. We have a custom SIG Customs P320 grip module and the SIG Customs EDC magwell. I also did a little undercut and a shelf, and like a little shelf, you know, experimenting, because I had to re-stipple the grip, so I was like, why not, you know? So that's what I did, and you know what I'm saying, nice and crispy. So yeah, that's pretty much it far as the sidearm. All right. Now going to okay, now going to the actual plate carrier. This is a 2-system plate carrier, so I can rock this as a regular plate carrier. Oh snap, I do have that. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so this is a Tigers one Tigers. This is a 1 Tigers plate carrier. Inside the plate carrier, I have level 3A plates, stop all the way to 44 Magnum. Cause for the most part, whenever I do encounter either a situation where a threat or gun threat or someone take out of a gun and it's either a standoff or a shootout at that point, this, I know 9 times out of 10 it is YNs, and they're 9 times out of 10 going to take out a pistol. So, and then there's a gain of cars, like there's a gain of cars around the area I'm at. So if anything, if they have a rifle, then I'll still be straight, you know. So that's that. This is a very simple carrier, so I could take this on and off my placard. I can actually take the placard on and off if I wanted to. I normally keep Kimber lights in here. I normally keep Kimber lights in here, but I wanted to find some smaller ones, so I took them out. As far as this, I keep all my medical in this pouch. I keep all my medical in this pouch, and right now that's also what I'm working on, restocking on medical, because all of this is pointless if you don't got medical or anything to cover up boo-boos. So I'm restocking on everything, tourniquets, chest seals, everything. So I'm really working on that right now as we speak. But far as mags, I'm rocking P mags, 20 round P mags with the +5 extension. I feel like this will be enough. This literally, like, one is in the gun and I have two. Like, normally I don't have nothing in the middle part, but I keep my phone to feel a vibration. If somebody calling me or something like that, you know, if I'm in the club. So that's why I only rock two. So one is in the gun and I have two, and then normally I put my phone right here. So yeah. But other than that, I'm rocking the Critical Defense by Hornady. Critical Defense by Hornady, which is, I think, 62 grain or something like that, or I forget how many grain it is. But during editing, I'll probably put it up here somewhere. But other than that, I keep a real simple setup. Let me see, do I put anything in here? No, I don't put it in here. So if I do put anything in here, it'll probably be like snacks or candy or something like that. You know, something like that. But if I know I'm doing a pretty okay where I don't need a placard, I can just pop these two off and take it off. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I keep my placard on there. But if I'm doing a detail where I need to be more discreet, I wear, like, I'll put a tank top over, I put a mustard shirt on, put this on, then put my shirt on over it. So it'll be like a low vis type of deal. Other than that, this is pretty much how I'm rocking it. It's pretty simple. I normally have a security tag on here, but I don't know where I put it because I've been on the boat so much. I kind of forget where I put it, or if it just fell out. I don't know. Now, last but not least, okay. So last but not least, the rifle. I might do a video on, you know, different setups and stuff like that, because certain areas, certain states, you know, you have certain posts, certain jobs you have to fulfill and stuff like that. By me being a independent contractor, I could pick any job I want. And so, with that being said, I kind of built my rifle based on that. So this is a Diamondback ARP. It may seem like it's a lot, but throughout my years of doing security and what I experienced, I built it. I built this rifle based on what I experienced. So we're gonna go. I guess we start tip the butt. We have a Strike Industry oppressor. I'm not buying a suppressor for security. I'm not doing it. I got the oppressor because it blasts, all the blasts and all that is in forward. So if I don't have, because normally I have like Air Pro, like smaller Air Pro on, Bluetooth Air Pros. So normally I have ambient, you know, the ambient noise and all that good jazz on there. So if I'm like posted up or at a post or at a back door or whatever, I could be jamming or whatever and still hear what's going on, still be attentive and all that stuff. So normally I have Air Pro on, so all the blasts go forward. Plus, if I'm around, if I have to shoot around like my teammates and we all like close together, I'm not punching them in the face with, you know what I'm saying, with concussive force. And underneath that is a Strike Industry Incom Mini, which is 2-port, which is 2-port. Let you see that right there. With the 3, and you got 3 little small ports. I want to be able to get faster follow-up shots. I want to be able to do follow-up shots, but I mean, if you, and most you, for the people who is watching that's independent, if your shit is like daytime details, throw a fucking break on there and go to work. Or you keep this A2. It don't matter. It really doesn't matter. But if you're at night, if you're doing night shifts, and you just about don't want nobody to really see what you got going on, then throw a flash hider on there. We got a light. Reason why I don't have a full size, well, I do have another light. I'm about to get the N.O.L.A. Reason why I don't have a big strong light is because I never had a situation where I have to like have a light that give off very, very far through. Never had that. Like my perimeters in most areas is like 50, 60 yards, and this does that perfectly. So like I said, I'm mostly in high crime area, you know, working clubs, so at night. So, and then at this point, it really, having a flash hider really doesn't matter, because ain't nobody, none of them YNs got suppressors or whatever, so go figure with that. But I do have a PEC, Soma Gear PEC. I recently upgraded to this one. This is an IR, dedicated IR. So this is the one, the Illuminator. I have this on here because when I do private details with like local rappers and shit like that, and they want that, you know, or whatever, and they do like a local show and shit, and sometimes they be parked in the back of the club or the venue, and it be dark as shit. And I had experience where it was so dark I had to continuously use my light to the point the bitch went dead, because I kept hearing noises. And, you know what I'm saying, even though, you know, it may have been cats with neutral rats, because we do have them down here, it was just irking my nerves. So it did, for me to keep exposing my position was also a big deal for me too. So I plan on getting the MVG 10. I don't need nothing fancy dancy, because none of these YNs important to where I need a PBS 14. I just do, like I said, I'm gonna do an MVG 10, put it on a hat, sew the band to the hat, boom. That solved that. But for the most part, like I said, I could go dark while it's dark, and yeah, because that whole situation was very nerve-wracking, because the dude was into some shit. So, you know, luckily nothing happened. But got on a riser, micro dot. Like I said, I don't want my, like I always say, I don't want this bitch to be heavy, because it's small. You know what I'm saying? It's a 10.5. I don't need a heavy ass 10.5. I'd rather have a fighting rifle that's got a heavy than security. Like I said, I normally use mid-tier shit on my duty shit. I don't do most like hell of expensive shit. Like this is a Soma gear, upgraded potted Soma gear. that I got from a guy that modifies them. So you know what I'm saying? So, you know, got the SBA4. I would highly recommend if you doing a pistol build or you running a pistol, an AR pistol for duty. I highly recommend either do an SBA4 or the SBA5. I had an SBA5 on here, but aesthetically I like the SBA4. But they both perform a-okay. We got the bad lever from phase 5 because I am left-handed, so I have to kind of make everything ambidextrous. So ambidextrous charging handle, ambidextrous safety. Only thing that's not ambidextrous is the mag catch, and that's because of the bad lever. So that's something I can trade through. Now, if I do have anything that I need magnification in, boom, got magnification. Got magnification. I actually need to get a mount. I need to get a 4-slot mount for my shit, because I actually had a different riser on here that actually, you know, core line everything. But now that I went back to this one, I just need to get like a 0.83 Picatinny section and put it on that, and you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense buying another one. I'm not buying another one. But other than that, man, like I said, I got the magnification in case I need it. But normally, nowadays I'm not really doing stuff like that, like how I was doing before. But just in case, I never know till I know I have magnification. So with that being, oh, and I have Gen 3 Salient Arms folder, just in case I have to, you know, be in a car or whatever the case may be. I can and make it smaller. Mag pull sling with the retention band. And other than that, that's really gonna be it. Like that, this is what I roll with. And everything I do, everything I have on here is for a specific reason. So, and when your clients, and that's another thing, when your clients see all of this and everything and whatnot going on, like they see what they paying for. Like, you see what I'm saying? You know, so if you're committed to keeping them safe, and they, you know, just by you, just what you have, like you invested, you know, time and money into what you do, they'll recommend you to other people and this and the third. So I don't really do too much, because like the federal side of me, of what I do, take up a lot of my time. So, you know, whenever somebody call me and I know I don't have to go out there on that river, I do it. You know, I take the job. But other than that, I'm on that river PMO. You know what I'm saying? And then people down here kind of cheat. So yeah, man. So look, that's gonna end it for today's video. If you, like I said, if you like to see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.